Okay, this is a short demonstration with Sharepoint on 7th of Feb, just on a mock-up site to give people an idea of what it might look like if we choose to go this route, and what the functionality might be like, and looking for them feedback on what to do with it. What's in here at the moment is very sparsely populated. I've really only put enough in each of everything to give a demonstration of what it can be. What we've got here is a desktop. We look at the same desktop whatever device we're working on, whether this is on a tablet or laptop on a train, whatever. Button here, a bit like the start button with different apps and Word, Excel, etc., but also more detailed applications that we've not had before. So you see on screen here we can set up workflows that automatically carry out processes for us, and there's a lot of different things to choose from. Send reminder in 10 minutes, today's weather forecast, save my email attachments to SharePoint document library we have here. So there's an awful lot we can do there. Sorry, kind of going a long way around here. If we come back to our QG Cloud desktop, I've set a landing page here which will be like a home page, so we could for example have, and this is all configurable, could have something like this for a newsfeed which gives us our regular bits and pieces. Office diary, won't click on, but fairly self-explanatory. Job management, fairly straightforward to create a system to cover what we file summary sheets and went into our maps, and configurable forms, which will look something like, I mean, again, I've not pushed all the details on, but it's just to show what sort of things we can do on here. We can attach files. We can also configure these forms you'd be able to see for any device that has internet access. But we can also configure forms specifically for phones, so that you might only, for example, want some of the bits in this area of the screen to show on a device, so that you can see what's going on there. For looking at a job list version of that, pretty straightforward. It's applying filters is much like in Excel, but again, we're doing this in on a web-based application. Knowledge vaults, so the different areas. We can set up team sites for, whether it be for sort of Kenny's team, Porrick's team, my team, practice areas like adjudication or whatever it might be. But just as an example of, we could have flows like this. So pops and case law in there. And what would then happen, instead of us emailing around case law updates to each other saying, oh, interesting case, then 3 months' time when we need it, not remembering what it was, we can come back to this workflow and see what's in there. Now, these are very easy to edit. You see, click on the edit button there, could add a document, could add links in here, hyperlinks. It's very easy to edit. What we can also do is keep that case law saved in a specific document library. So you can see I've added here the actual case. Now, useful bit here, enterprise keywords. When we put cases in, we can add, and it's very easy to do, we can add keywords to those cases, so that they're much easier to find in future. So this one is adjudication and payment schedules. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the difficulty I have is I remember a case, I remember the broad principle, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Now, if you put these keywords in, it's very easy to go into a search then, adjudication, payment schedules, and you'd get this case up. And the search facilities in here are fantastic. Marketing site, again, set up team sites. You can manage discussions, you can have running projects on different things. And actually, one bit I meant to add in on the job management there, if we come back to that quickly. Against each of these, you can assign dynamic workflows against each area. So rather than having static workflows like we have at the moment, where it's simply a piece of paper and you follow it, this can track your progress through it, and you can add details in there. SE jobs, again, likely to have team sites for each area. And if we went into the document library here for the SE jobs, you can see there's, I mean, I've just snapped a few across, but we can carry a similar filing structure over. Now, bit of work to do on deciding how that's set up. Coming down here, helpful guidance is another really good area that we can work on here, and I think this is going to make the manual systems a lot more effective, a lot easier to work. So again, all of this stuff we're looking at, you can see from your phone, from a tablet. You don't have to be in the office, you don't have to be connected through Citrix or anything. This creates our own internal wiki page, and what we can do is add contents in there. So again, just chucked a couple of bits in as an example. Somebody's coming to the Maidstone office, wants to find out how to get a taxi there. There's the taxi details. Heating controls, you're in Maidstone office, it's a bit cold, what do you do? Well, there's some instructions and how that works, office keys, etc. And adding something in here is incredibly easy. So if I stick that's 2 sets of square brackets, let's say we want some information on trains, and I save that. That's created a link in the list. Now when you first click on that link, there's not a page there, so it'll ask you if you want to create one. Creates one. And click save, and there you go. Now, to make this work very well, you really want to interlink all of this stuff. So every time something's mentioned in one area, we reference it again in the other. And that means the documents are full of these links, exactly the same as in Wikipedia. And on a more basic note, so again, if it's a standard document, but in here it might be that we put, I'm trying to look for accident procedure, so that would probably be another link to the document in here. So you can click straight through these without having to turn pages to get to another one. Email filing, all that sort of thing, is something we've got to work on, and there's other areas there, but the idea of this quick video was just to get an overview of what SharePoint might look like for us and ideas back on whether people think this is the right way to go.